With all the controversy surrounding the Flashpoint film, some are saying to cancel the movie completely and throw it away. Burn it with fire! While I wouldn't blame Warner Brothers if they did this, is there any other options? We have kind of seen this happen before with a Star Wars film called Solo that ended up reshooting around 70% of the film when they brought in a new director. These aren't completely the same situation, and this scenario seems pretty unlikely as the budget is already high for this movie and would only blow it up more. That said, if this movie is going to be a pivotal point for the DC Universe's future and explaining why things have changed drastically, such as new actors in the roles of Batman, Cyborg, possibly Superman, and now of course the Flash, it honestly may be worth the extra money. This seems a more likely scenario than the first, and the best way I could explain it is Ezra Miller's Flash ends up trapped in the Speed Force. He could either end up dying in there or sacrifice himself to save someone or the universe, or he could end up trapped in the Speed Force for about 30 years and he finally escapes. Except he is obviously much older, so you could have him come back as Old Man Barry, and you could have Keanu Reeves play what should be Ezra Miller's Barry Allen.
Whoa!
Everyone loves Keanu, man. He could get people excited about this film again. Or just bring him back as Constantine or any DC hero he is willing to play, honestly. It's a multiverse film after all. After we see this older Barry, we could either introduce a new speedster such as Wally West, maybe a version of Wally like we saw in Bruce Timm's Justice League animated series. He brought a lot of laughs and heart in that show. Or bring in another Barry from another universe, and start fresh with a new actor from this point on. Introducing a new Flash will keep people excited for the future of the franchise. I think there's still a solid fan base behind Grant Gustin. Even if a lot of people fell off watching the Flash TV series, most still like him as Barry Allen. I would assume he may have a small cameo in this film already, and if he does, maybe try to expand his role in the film. He could definitely be the one promoting this movie, maybe alongside Michael Keaton. This would please longtime fans of the Flash TV series, and I don't think most people would be upset if he appears in this movie. It seems to work with Marvel, so why not give it a shot, DC? If you could get Tom Welling to suit up as Superman for some mega end-of-the-world throwdown, I think that could be a lot of fun. We got Michael Keaton already, maybe bring in Stephen Amell as a version of Green Arrow. If you could get Christian Bale as Batman for a scene or two, that could be pretty interesting, if he would do it. Although Bale seems highly unlikely. When in doubt, slap a Batman logo on it and make a profit, yeah! Maybe we can just take a trip into the future and have Michael Keaton play Old Man Bruce and cast a young actor for the part of Terry McGinnis. That's an easy way to set up a future trilogy as well as make bank. I think a lot of us have been waiting on a potential Batman Beyond live action film. So why not just set it up now? Keaton is not getting any younger, WB. It's unlikely, but could be fun. Honestly, I'd say 90% of the people excited for this movie is because of the return of Michael Keaton as Batman. If we had a part of the movie set in the future of Batman Beyond, I think people's minds would be blown. Or just do a completely different story centered around Affleck and Keaton. Drop them off somewhere in the timeline, and they have to figure out how to get back by themselves or something. It seems to be pretty much confirmed that Ezra Miller will no longer be the Flash in the future films. I've also seen reports that they are hoping the noise for all the controversy will die down before the film releases in theaters, but I highly doubt it will. They could still end up releasing this as is, but if that happens, I think the possible backlash will cause this to be a box office bomb. Only time will tell. Honestly, I feel bad for all the people who worked on this movie for years, only to deal with the possibility of the film never releasing, or just being dumped on HBO Max. This movie was announced in 2014, around the same time the Flash TV series just started. Crazy how time flies, or runs. The Flash is an iconic character, and I think the character's legacy, specifically Barry Allen, won't be tarnished after all of this. I'm excited to see what they do with the character in the future.